Hello friends, today we are going to learn uh, a poem, a very popular poem, that is The Road Not Taken. Actually, before reading this poem we have to know something about poem, something about poetry. Okay, so poetry is not something airy or fairy. Poetry is the true representative of life. Poetry symbolizes life. It shows a better way for living. So poetry directly penetrates into our heart and it consoles us. So this poem is written by Robert Lee Frost. The Road Not Taken is written by Robert Lee Frost. Robert Frost is one of the most important American poets, who is famous for his poems, because his poems simply the subjects of rural America of New England. He writes about rural lifestyle, about nature, and about the common life of American people. In this poem also Robert Frost writes something like that. Robert Frost is such a poet that his poems also inspired our beloved first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. Nehru, in his all the speeches, used to recite some of the lines like, "The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep." These four lines were commonly used or frequently used by our beloved first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, because these four lines have changed many lives. It has shown a kind of new way of living to the universe. This stanza, these four lines are from your Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. Here in these four lines also he says that the woods are lovely, dark and deep, means woods here metaphorically compared to your life. So life is lovely but dark and deep, but we have promises to keep, but we have our determination, we have our resolution, we have our strong decision, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep, because before sleep means before death we have to achieve so many things. There is no end of success. So those lines were recited by our Jawaharlal Nehru. So that kind of a poet who inspired our Prime Minister also, the then Prime Minister. So today also we are so fortunate that we are going to learn Robert Frost's another poem, The Road Not Taken. Robert Frost usually writes about the simple lifestyle of America. So here also you can find the same kind of writing. The Road Not Taken, Robert Frost. So before reading this, I am just going to say something about this poem. This poem is almost 4 stanzas you can find here, and each stanza is of 5 lines. So the first stanza represents the beginning, or you can say that is all about the introductory note on the poem. So in this poem we find that Robert Frost, the poet or the speaker maybe, okay, he is talking about some of the alternatives, some of the choices we face in our life. In our life, so many opportunities come, so many alternatives we find, so many options we find. But the wise man, but the real man, but the um, very intelligent person always tries to take the right decision, because whatever we take the decision in our life, we cannot change. Here also he is talking about that the poet is now in dilemma, he is confused. Two roads are there, two paths are there, two ways are there. Which path, which road, which way he should take? So this is all about the poem. So let's read the poem, and later on I will discuss what message our students, the readers, they all get. So the first stanza: two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. In this stanza, we come to know that it is all about two roads. Diverged means separated and took a different direction. And here yellow wood means forest with fallen leaves. Leaves means decomposed leaves, decomposing leaves or fallen leaves. Those has become yellow in color. So two roads diverged in a yellow wood. So while our speaker is trying to go, or he is on a he is at a fork, means two roads are there, and he finds two roads in the wood, and yellow wood, both the roads, okay, because fallen leaves are there. And sorry I could not travel both. Yes, definitely he talks about that I cannot travel both, because if I travel one, then definitely that the other one will be remained untraveled. So that's why he feels sorry that if you once make a choice, then definitely you cannot change it, okay, because you cannot go, because you are one person. So speaker is our single person, one person, and he cannot go on the both paths, both roads. So that's why he has to take one, and he feels sorry for the another road. And looked yes, then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. So here in this stanza he talks about the better option, talks about the way, the road which had not been used at all, like that. Okay, so in this stanza he talks about that thing. So he says, then took the other as just as fair, means both the roads are fair, both the roads are good, but and having perhaps the better claim, because he thinks that this will be better, because it was grassy and wanted wear means which is not used, which had not been used, means actually he wants to discover this way, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. So definitely when he goes a little bit distance, means some way ahead, when he crosses some of the portion of the wood, that road, he finds that both are the same now. And the next stanza: and both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Trodden black means here walked over, means it is used. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. So here also he gives another message. Okay, in this stanza he talks about, he feels sorry about the other road which he had not chosen. So he says, oh, I kept the fast for another day. Another day, if I get time, then I will try to go for that. But in the last line in this stanza he says, I doubted if I should ever come back. Then definitely when you take a decision, when you choose a path, then it is almost impossible to come back again from that path. Okay, so that's why he says like that. So I doubted if I should ever come back. Okay, so that's why he gives a message that we should take wise decision while making that one. So when you choose a road, two roads and one road you choose, then definitely if you go on one road, then it will be difficult to choose another road, because there is no means certainty that you will come back again and you have the time to take another way or the other way. So the last stanza is very important. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Here also grief continues. Somewhere ages and ages hence, means for the future, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. So here he talks about the future, means ages and ages hence, means ages hence means the future or the present. Whatever you become now, you have become now, whenever you means whenever you go older or you grow up and you find yourself successful, and then when you go back to your past, when you think about that, you will find that when I was young I chose that way, and because of that way, I am here now. So this is the outcome of that decision which I took in my young life. Okay, so that's why he says that I took the one less traveled by. So perhaps he is talking about taking risk. One who doesn't take risk in his life, that means definitely that person is not adventurous. Here Robert Frost is an adventurous man, very adventurous man. That's why he is trying to say that kind of thing, because without adventure life is nothing. You have to explore more and more in your life. So this is all about the poem. So what message we get? The message we get in this poem is the choice that we make has an impact on our future, and if we make a wrong choice, then we definitely regret it but cannot go back on it. So we must be wise while making choices, because your future depends on the choice that you make today. So I hope you have understood this poem in a very clear manner, and if you have any doubt, then you can ask me, and next class I will come with another poem. So till then, thank you all.